Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Puan Aini, are you ready? Kita akan tunggu Puan Aini, mungkin masih lagi rehat. Okay, for the time being, okay, this is... Alright, okay, okay, sorry. Okay, over to you Puan Aini.
Okay, we meet again all students. Okay, saya campur-campur lah cakap Okay, so for the second kita punya slot, kita will be with Puan Putri Azirah binti Abdul Aziz. Okay, she was SIC Plus Bahasa Inggeris for PPD Kuantan. Dia akan berkongsi tips-tips untuk lulus, untuk cemerlang, untuk dapat kepujian dalam bahasa Inggeris. Dia akan sentuh keempat bahasa Inggeris. Tu siapa tu? Ada ribut tu. Okay, pastikan off the mic all the student, please off the mic supaya kita punya flow pada hari ini lebih mantap lagi InsyaAllah. Kamu akan dapat sesuatu yang terbaik pada hari ini Puan Putri akan share 4 paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4 dan dia akan jelaskan bagaimana keempat paper ini dapat membantu kamu untuk terus cemerlang dalam konteks diri kita. Dalam konsep diri kita maksudnya kalau kita nak dapat A plus ke, itu konteks diri kita. Kalau kita target kita nak dapat B, itu konteks diri kita. Kalau kita daripada tak lulus nak jadi lulus, itulah konteks diri kita. Kita kena ada aim, apa yang kita nak dapat dalam setiap subjek yang kita pelajari. Jadi pastikan ilmu seterusnya pada hari ini ilmu dia dengung. Okey, pastikan ilmu yang kita dapat pada hari ini betul-betul bermanfaat dan dapat kita gunakan semasa kita berjuang pada hari peperiksaan tersebut sebab masa kita dah semakin hampir. Jadi manfaatkan sedikit waktu yang ada ini untuk pastikan memberi impak yang terbaik untuk diri kita. So tanpa membuang masa, dipersilakan Puan Putri Azirah binti Abdul Aziz, SIC Plus Bahasa Inggeris PPD Kuantan untuk berkongsi dengan anak-anak didik khususnya daerah Kuantan, Amnya Negeri Pahang dan seluruh Malaysia. Dipersilakan Puan Putri.
Okay. Terima kasih banyak. Thank you very much Puan Rohani Okay, Puan Rohani ni walaupun di SIC Plus Bahasa, it doesn't mean that she cannot speak in English She can although might not be as good as me, but still okay, alright? Okay. Thank you very much Puan Rohani.
Thank you.
Okay, hari ni saya tengah pegang 2 devices. Satu saya buka okay. Alright, takut ada noise ni, biasalah kita bila duduk rumah ni adalah banyak gangguan dia. Okay, for today, vocabulary, the heart of everything. So, ini salah satu daripada, this is among the 4 sets of slides that I'm going to share today. Alright, so why do I say vocabulary is the heart of everything? Okay, I'm going to show you why. But before that, a little bit about myself. I am Miss Putri. Just call me Miss Putri. I don't like people to call me Madam because Madam tu kalau kat UK tu dia sama ada widow ataupun orang yang kematian suami ataupun too old lah because I'm considered myself young. So I just called myself Miss Putri Okay. I am jurulatih utama program peningkatan bahasa Inggeris untuk kebangsaan. Okay, panel syllabus bagi UIA Educate dan Apple Malaysia. Okay, learning objectives for today. I will be able to learn the importance of vocabulary in all components, to use vocabulary in writing and speaking. Okay, that will be the core components, although writing and speaking will be the 2 main components that we are going to deal today. I'm going to touch a little bit on listening and reading as well, as passive skills, to learn the methods to improve vocabulary. Okay, what will be the success criteria? I will be successful if I can map ideas using apt vocabulary. What do I mean by apt? Apt means suitable, appropriate. Use apt vocabulary in writing and speaking. Ini when we talk about tuntas, ringkas dan tuntas ataupun in English we call that as short and precise. Okay. Deliver ideas using correct register, tone and style. Okay, this is something got to do with being formal and informal, being appropriate and a little bit casual or a little bit less formal in many occasions. Yeah? So in part 1, part 2, part 3, you see that different register will be needed, yeah, will be used. Yeah. Okay, what is vocabulary? A vocabulary is a set of familiar words within a person language. Yeah? A vocabulary, usually developed with age, serves as a useful and fundamental tool for communication and acquiring knowledge. So in a way, vocabulary, it acts as a vehicle in conveying your ideas. Yeah, but it has to be paired together with grammar. So dia main peranan vocab, iaitu kosa kata dan nahu, tata bahasa, tata bahasa. Alright, next, a robust vocabulary improves all areas of communication. Okay, ada orang kata, oh, vocabulary ni hanya untuk writing saja. No, you still need to have that in listening, speaking, and reading. Because as you listen, if you do not get the mental picture of what and how the vocabulary looks like, then you may lose the gist of the listening text. Yeah? So you don't get the idea of general idea of what you are listening to. All right. Vocabulary is critical to a child's success. For these reasons, vocabulary growth is directly related to school achievement. Okay, that's why when Puan Rohani and I, we involve ourselves, we are involved in dialog prestasi. Last time we call that as postmortem after percubaan. Apa lah pula tu? Okay, so normally when we tackle the root cause of the problem would stem from vocabulary itself. Yeah. Given any kind of questions, if you do have wide variety of vocabulary, you will be able to answer the questions. Yeah. As CFR ni, it is a new format. It is not too technical as compared to SPM. Yeah. So it is more on the size of vocabulary and how you maintain and sustain communicative ability. Yeah. Ataupun dipanggil CA. Right. The size of a child's vocabulary in kindergarten predicts the ability to learn to read. Okay, as time goes by, okay, kita tengok kat depan ni CFR and vocabulary. What is expected of you? Okay, what would be the size of vocabulary? Oh, tadi rasanya Wandi dah remove. I rasa kalau outside call ni, preferably maybe yang menonton menggunakan talian telefon ni, saya rasa lebih baik gunakan YouTube lah, ya. Okay, mungkin akan dapat elakkan gangguan ni. Saya rasa mungkin dia nak resort kepada call, ya. Okay, CFR level, okay, if kalau A1 ni biasa kindergarten, okay, what would be the size of vocabulary? Kita ada active vocabulary 300, passive vocabulary 600, ya. Okay, SPM, it is expected, okay, of you to be at least at B1 and B2, yeah. So you are supposed to be at B1 and B2. Most questions deal with B1 and B2. Maximum is B2. Rasanya kena remove lah tu rasanya. Cikgu dah remove banyak kali dah tu. Siapa co-host? Memang sangat mengganggu, yes. Memang kena remove dia lah. Okay. Macam mana ya? Siapa ni? Okay. Sangat mengganggu ya. Kita block dia ke macam mana? Okay. Alright. So C1 and C2 ni. Okay. Kalau C1 and C2 ni for teachers and trainers. Yeah. Okay. So writing is the productive skills. Yeah. So that means you are producing the end product. Yeah. So part 1, writing an email. So this one is really connected to the register and tone. Yeah. Okay. So part 2, mandatory question. So for Kuantan, we gave you the question on traveling. Okay. So part 3, there are 3 questions. So you only choose one. One will be on the review. One will be on article. The other one is story. Okay. All right. Next is speaking, the receptive skills. Okay. Speaking and listening is receptive. So it is also passive. So you can't really gauge whether the students are able to perform well with these skills unless you give them comprehension questions. That's why in SPM and also MOAT, you are tested on comprehension as you listen and as you no speak sorry, speaking is productive, sorry. Yang receptive tadi adalah listening, sorry. Okay, now I'm going to switch to three types of slides because this one is going to be later. Unpacking the question paper would be later. So now I'm going to go to the next slide. Okay, saya pakai slide yang sebelum-sebelumnya because we are given a short notice ya for this program. Okay. Yang ini yang sangat-sangat teacher nak tekankan kat you all ya. Okay, this one you have to pay attention. Okay. Because this one sometimes I don't say that teachers do not teach. Teachers do teach at school. It's just that maybe students don't really focus on this, yeah. But don't really I mean you shouldn't memorize all those terms, yeah. Okay, this is only the technical terms. It's just that what I want to emphasize here is that what is expected of you when it comes to the quality of answers that you are going to produce in your writing and also in your speaking. Okay, so whatever information that is given for writing is also applicable for speaking. Okay, ingat ya. So let's say teacher bagi bahan nanti dalam Telegram tu nanti semua word list itu mesti you guna pakai dalam speaking juga. Okay? Sama juganya kalau kata listening dia kait rapat dengan reading because dia adalah receptive skills. So you can ingat ya, whatever that I give in writing is also applicable in speaking. But a little bit of writing skills will also be tested in reading skills. Okay, especially part yang jumble up tadi, and then you have to rearrange the sentences according to the sequence and also using anaphoric and cataphoric reference. Okay, so this one is the tone and register. Okay, yang ni I skip ya. Learning objective and success criteria, I nak just focus on the impact of word choice. Just now, I emphasize more on the function and the size of vocabulary that you are supposed to be at, yeah? Or at least to achieve. Yeah? Okay, words are what you use to make or form sentences, while vocabulary is a set of words used in conveying ideas with specific purposes to target audience. That's why for the first part, writing an email, okay, the one that you got in your trial SPM was a little bit casual. So that one is informal. But what we are worried is that you might be getting a formal email, yeah? Maybe you are writing to apply something or to just notify something or to lodge a report, yeah? So that one, a lot of expressions will be shared via Telegram, yeah? So I'm going to share the QR code later. So stay tuned till the end, yeah? Okay, if you want to have all those materials, yeah? Okay, study skills in vocabulary building. Okay, I'm going to enlarge this, okay? So vocabulary, there are questions, yeah? Okay, posing to me how to develop vocabulary. Okay, given a short period of time like this, you only have 20 plus days, okay? So you need to read a lot, okay? But considering the fact that you don't have enough time, so as Pecutan Akhir, okay, this spring, I will just suggest you to read sample essays by your friends. Okay, why sample essays? Because you might not have the ability or time to write on your own because you have a lot more subjects to study or to revise. Yeah. And then you need to have a good dictionary. So this one, some of you who are watching via YouTube, okay, you might be Form 4 students. So you do have a lot more time to polish up yourself, yeah, to back up on your weaknesses, okay? And then look for the contextual clues, okay? This one regarding anaphoric and cataphoric reference, yeah? And just now in Bahasa Melayu, Puan Rohani did mention about penanda wacana. So that would be all those cohesive devices and also linkers. So these are the contextual clues that you are supposed to be looking when you want to, these are the things that will aid understanding, yeah? Whether listening, reading, or writing, yeah? Okay, and then stimuli, discussion, semantic mapping, and apps. Okay, this one apps I'm going to just skip because apps is used for my project Score A Pai Besar, ya. Okay. Alright. Yang ini aspects of vocabulary. Okay. Tone and register. Tone, nada. Register, something got to do with being formal and informal. Okay. So vocabulary, it has literal and underlying meanings. Ada maksud tersirat, ada maksud yang tersirat. Okay, sama juga macam bahasa, ya. But maybe for English, because it is not the first language, it might be the second or a foreign language for some people. So the first aspect would be denotation. Okay, kita ada denotation, connotation. Yeah. Alright. Denotation meaning what you see is what you get. For example, like okay, boleh Cikgu Rohani, yes. Nak tanya dah bahasa Melayu pun boleh. Jangan takut, ya, because I'm going to use both languages, ya. MBM, MBI, memartabatkan bahasa Melayu, memperkukuhkan bahasa Inggeris. Don't worry, sayang, eh. Okay, connotation. It is more implied, interpreted, perception, feelings, emotions associated with a word. It goes beyond the actual meaning and paints a picture or invokes a feeling. Okay, nowadays, you don't have novel, you don't have short stories, you don't have literature component tested in your paper. But you will be getting question in part 3, whereby maybe you might be asked to write a review on song. Okay. So far for JKK di Kuantan, we have exposed you with a variety of review writing, okay, including a review, a book review, a song review. So you might be also asked to write a review on a product, restaurant, hotel, or places. So these are the things that you need to consider. It might not be one, it might be anything at all, yeah? Okay, so when I taught my students how to interpret all the lyrics, yeah, okay. Macam Puan Rohani cakap tadi ada sajak. Okay, actually sajak itu or the poem tu is dilagukan menjadi lagu, so that's why actually a lyric might be coming from a poem, yeah. Okay, so dia ada emotions involved. Okay, so bila kita cakap pasal denotation and connotation, so the choice of words itu, it affects whether it is being positive or negative, yeah. So it goes back to the tone of the persona or the tone of the speaker. Okay, for example, like the word surprise. Surprise, terkejut, okay. So it is neutral. But let's say if you want to make it more positive, okay, it can be something else. But let's say if you want to use to make it negative, you use different words. Okay, for example, like the word flabbergasted. Ataupun you can just use the word astonish or shock. Okay, that one is a little bit negative. So choice of word is very, very important when it comes to writing and speaking, because it denotes your feelings, your emotions. Itu yang saya kata tadi, yang connotation ini dan denotation ni dia kait rapat. Okay, and then it goes back to the register whether such words are suitable for such occasion and purposes. Okay, let's say if you are writing an email, a formal email, so it shouldn't be so emotional. So you try to avoid words that are emotive, yang ada connection dengan emotion. So you should be using something yang a little bit neutral. But the case is different. But that is not the case whereby if you want to lodge a complaint. Of course, bila you cakap complaint, it should be positive ke negatif? So it should be negative. Okay. But let's say if you are writing a review on hotel. Okay. So hotel review. So if you go to the blog, okay, normally the writers will expose or will write something beautiful about the place. Later towards the end, then only he or she will touch on the negative aspect. If he or she starts off with negative thing, it will turn off the reader. So the reader will not go till the end. Yeah. So it will not make the reader hook with the content of what is going to complain.
Putri, I would like to ask you a question lah. Misalnya kan, that means kalau nak mantapkan vocabulary tu, is it kena bergantung pada tema ataupun macam mana?
Ya, betul. Tepat sekali Puan Rohani. Mesti ada tema. Itu yang saya akan bagi lepas ni. Nota saya, vocab saya ada dia kait rapat dengan tema. Okay, for example like banjir. Okay, banjir, there are words yang apa air surut, apa air naik. Saya akan bagi ikut tema.
That means student kita encourage dia untuk develop their vocabulary based on tema lah kan?
Ya, mesti.
Develop their vocabulary based on tema.
Ya, betul Puan Rohani. Sama juga dengan bahasa Melayu ya. Saya sebenarnya bertema ni masa zaman saya SPM lagi saya diberi 30 tema. Masa dulu kan ada lisan macam mana pelajar SPM sekarang ini. Sama juga zaman saya SPM dipanggil assessor dalam bahasa Melayu penilai. Penilai tu datang dari cikgu-cikgu sekolah lain. Ya, benda ni bukan benda baharu ya. Anak-anak SPM tahun ini yang anda lalui amali itu tu saya dah lalui dah. Tapi zaman dulu kena bayar RM144 yuran SPM, tak silap saya. Saya ingat lagi sebab saya kena ambil 1119 kena bayar RM20, SPM kena tambah RM12 setiap satu. Yeah.
Zaman dulu-dulu SPM kena bayar.
Ya, zaman sekarang.
Ya.
Kan?
Betul.
Lupa tadi nak cakap tadi dah. Tadi Puan Rohani ada juga sentuh ya. Pasal komponen ya. Okay, a little bit touch about technical thing about components ya. So you need to sit for all the components being tested ya. Okay. You might think that it will not affect your marks, but actually it will ya. Okay, later on akan appear tak complete ke apa ke. So nanti akan juga appear di dalam punya slip keputusan. So make sure you attend all those components lah, especially listening and speaking ya. Pesan pada kawan-kawan yang tak pergi sekolah tu kena. Ya.
In your opinion kan, what is the most important element in all papers tu? What is the most important element? Ada four components tu. What is the most important?
Okay.
What is the most important elements in all papers?
Okay, the most important element in all papers adalah vocabulary. Itu je. Itu je, tak ada shortcut sebab tak ada vocabulary.
No vocab,
can you expect?
Cannot write, cannot talk. Kan?
Yes.
No vocab,
cannot
write,
understand listening. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Jadi bisu lah masa tu kan. Sebab no vocab bisu.
Yeah. Ataupun dia akan jadi macam, yalah zaman dulu kan kita ramai pendatang kan. Okay, for example like kalau you ada perkataan chicken tapi you tak ada juga grammar. Okay, the chicken eat me ke ataupun I eat chicken? Kan? Kan kalau the chicken eat me, chicken makan saya, ataupun the I eat chicken. So you should have appropriate vocabulary and also grammar to convey your ideas. Kalau you tak ada benda ni, so I mean you fail to convey ideas and people misunderstand you and then they will not give you the desired marks that you want. Ya, sama macam BM tadi, Cikgu Rohani ada cakap pasal pemakahan tadi. Apa tadi ayat tadi Cikgu Rohani ada guna tadi. Pemeriksa ni adalah manusia bukan robot. Ya. Ada tadi Kak Ani ada bagi catchy jugalah tadi kan. Jadi kena fikir dia ada perasaan. Ya.
Okay. Daripada dia suka hati dia jadi sakit hati.
Daripada dia suka hati jadi sakit hati. Yes. Okay. Dia kalau macam writing for English ni, I normally compare your essay tu dengan kari ikan. Okay, kulai ikan ni dia memang sedap kalau kita perangat. Esok pagi makan sedap. But towards the end, at the bottom of pot tu, periuk tu, you ada banyak-banyak tulang ikan. So that's how I compare your essay with tulang-tulang ikan. Banyak nak makan ni tercekik-cekik. So dia tak smooth dia punya delivery. Macam Puan Raini cakap tadi, whenever the examiners read, very smooth delivery. Smooth sailing je. But sometimes bila ada yang you kena use your own judgment and give the benefit of the doubt, whereby you have to really make head and tail of everything, you have to crack your head, then the problem comes, yang suka hati tadi jadi sakit hati, and then tiba-tiba susah hati juga nak bagi markah, okay. So register tadi ni, alright, you nak print screen pun ada kat sini. So this one I really hope that your teachers have really taught you on this. Memang macam Puan Raini cakap dalam di SKP itu macam macam darjah 6 kita dah ada terima lah yang revise di SKP involving email. Okay. But yang di SKP yang KSSM ni maybe there are parts that you kena complement dengan something extra outside. Alright. So register dah. Alright, next. So read and write. Okay, ni memang tak ada shortcut lah I cakap. In order to become a good writer, you need to become an avid reader. Tanpa membaca, memang kita takkan dapat ayat-ayat power. Takkan dapat ayat-ayat baru. That's why I cakap within these 20 days ni, okay, I'm going to share with you some sample essays by your friends from other schools in the Telegram. So you learn from there. Because if I were to give my own essay, then you will say that, okay, ala teacher boleh lah because teacher dah high level. No. Okay, this one is purely based on people who are of your age. It's just a matter of I had given them the thematic topic, the word list from the different themes, and then they redo the essay, okay, and they could see the comparison between the first and the second essay attempted. Puan Rani kalau dia dalam dialog prasasti ada ungkapan beliau gunakan ulang tubi, betul? Apa ulang tubi tak Kak? Ulang tubi ke ulang uji?
Okay, ulang uji dan ulang tubi.
Okay, ulang uji dan ulang tubi. Okay.
Yes.
So from here you actually learn from your own mistakes. So you akan nampak sebenarnya bukan susah mana. Okay. So next one is alright. Very technical, relax, let's have fun. Ini tak ada masalah. Yang ni untuk yang songs. Okay. One of the ways on how you can really improve your vocabulary is by listening to English songs. Look for the phrases, look for collocation, connotation, look for idiomatic expressions from the song. So you have to tune in yourself with English environment, English surrounding. Nak pergi toilet pun cakap bahasa Inggeris, you have to think in English. If you don't think in English, then it's very hard for you because speaking, you might be given only 1 or 2 minutes yang you rasa macam, oh, that would be the shortest time in my entire life. You akan rasa itulah masa paling singkat di dunia. Because I have been I have been a student myself and I also taught teachers to sit for exam as well. Okay, untuk pengetahuan anak-anak okay, for speaking tu, untuk yang muat lah, muat ni susah gila. Alright, I got almost full mark. I dapat 1 markah je nak jadi full marks. Okay. And then 2 minutes given for individual presentation. Alamak, rasa tak cukup masa because I have a lot of ideas. But you have to have all those add vocabulary lah. Mesti ada vocab yang ada kena mengena dengan tema yang diperkatakan. Alright. So yang ni I skip. That's why I kata I ada banyak I terus kepada tone and purpose. Okay. Kenapa tone and purpose ni penting? Okay. Alright. Tone refers to the emotion. Okay, saya enlarge ni kalau you tak nampak because it's a little bit wordy. Okay. Tone refers to the emotion or attitude that comes across in writing, in business letters, argument, other essays, or general communication, creating a positive tone that conveys the message with amiable, heartfelt language typically results in a more favorable reader response. That's why I said just now, if you are writing a review, okay, restaurant review, food review, hotel review, place review, please emphasize more on the positive qualities first, or else it will put off the reader, okay, away from your blog or your writing. Writing with a positive tone requires attention to language, the opening, the organization, and the emphasis. That's why jangan gunakan negatif. Kalau you guna negatif, dia akan lebih sukar lah. And it goes back to reading comprehension. Okay, kalau kita nak tahu sama ada apa dia punya what is the persona's view ataupun what is the writer's view towards the topic. Okay, you would be able to notice from the use of the vocabulary whether it is positive or negative. Okay, for example, like if you are talking about the experience, the story, my experience in a boarding school, my first day in a boarding school, for example. So you use the word positive words to convey that you are happy. So mesti you gunakan all those positive qualities. Kalau you rasa macam bosan, okay, you akan guna perkataan I felt homesick. Homesick tu dah tahu dah negatif. Like say kalau you nak kata positif, I look forward. Itu dah ada dia punya comparison. Okay. So, okay, yang ni you nak screenshot pun boleh. Alright. The tone is the author's attitude toward the topic. Okay, you boleh nampak sudut pandangannya terhadap topik yang diperkatakan. Sama ada dia positif atau negatif. Itu yang you boleh nampak kalau dalam arguments, is it for or against? Okay, adakah menyokong atau membangkang? The objective tone words usually present facts and reasonable explanations. Okay, the subjective tone words describe feelings, judgment, or opinions. The purpose is the author's reason for writing about a topic. Okay, same goes to you. Okay, let's say you are writing a story. Part 3 kan? Soalan number 3. Okay, you ada cakap pasal unpleasant experience or encounter. So it should be something provocative, something shocking, something that could create horror or terrifying moments. Okay. Janganlah tulis something yang very descriptive. Tapi part 3 cakap terus terang lah. Sorry, memang if you are not a reader, please do not attempt that kind of question. This is my advice. Because like bahasa Melayu lah. Bahasa Melayu pun Pak ni saya selalu cakap pada pelajar, kalau you nak tulis short story atau cerpen, dia kena membaca novel. Kalau you jenis yang tidak membaca, you akan jadi ayat laporan. Okay? Yeah. Saya pernah tanya, kalau darah tu, kalau macam dalam bahasa Inggeris lah kan, bleeding profusely. Profusely tu dengan banyaknya. Darah mengalir tak henti-henti, dia cakap gitu. Saya rasa salah. Darah membuak-buak. Itu untuk bahasa novel lah.
Expression. Dia kata tone tu kan. Expression.
Dia tone dan juga register. Tadilah kalau untuk story, you kena guna ayat dan perkataan yang tidak appear dalam laporan. Ini dia buat, ini yang pandangan yang saya kongsi lah untuk anak-anak mungkin daripada daerah lain, mungkin daerah Kuantan ni memang inilah pandangan. Cikgu-cikgu kata yang part 3 tu, story tu you try seolah you buat macam karangan perihal. You bukan buat cerpen tetapi you buat karangan perihal, macam membuat laporan pula. Okay, sama juga macam you nak cakap kata you buat story, nak cakap pasal feelings you. Okay, saya kecewa, I was so upset. atau sedih. Bukan perkataan upset. Untuk story you kena lebih precise, ya. Okay, for example like my heart shattered. Shattered, remuk, berkecai. So bahasa tu kena lebih puitis lah untuk short story ni lah, ya. So if you want to get an A, macam Puan Aini cakap tadi juga, you kena venture into all those formats, ya. Okay, part 1, part 3 ada 3 bahagian. You jangan target nak hantar, nak buat review saja. You kena venture juga into writing article, ya. Okay, you kena venture into all formats, ya. Do not limit yourself into one specific format saja. Oh, aku nak jawab bahagian review je. Tiba-tiba review tu keluar, content dia, okay, soalan susah. So you start lah, you jam dah, yeah. So you don't spot questions. So make yourself a little bit, I use the word eclectic, yeah. I normally say that eclectic and flexible. You need to be eclectic and flexible in many ways. If you are good, if you have good foundation in vocabulary and grammar, you might not have problems at all. Given any kind of questions, you bagilah soalan gajah ke, harimau ke, you will be able to answer. Okay? Alright, so this one, tone. Tone ini berbalik kepada tone, ya. Yeah? Okay, ini memang kurang diperkatakan tapi sebenarnya when I read all those essays, ya, yeah, produced by my students, ya, yeah, but I didn't check the marks lah, but when I gave them the essay, ya, yeah, normally the tone used is quite different, ya. Yeah? Okay, sama juga macam register. Same thing goes to when you go for an interview, ya. Yeah? Ini kita perasan lah, anak-anak muda dia akan cakap kita orang, awak orang.
Excuse me, ada sedikit tu pertanyaan tu.
Okey, apa soalannya?
Okay, Daniel Hassan, teacher, I have a question. In writing a story, is it a good idea to add sarcasm? If so, how do I make sure the reader doesn't misinterpret it and takes it literally?
Okay, does this also have anything got to do? Okay, alright. Okay, in writing a story, is it a good idea to add sarcasm? If so, how do I make sure the reader doesn't misinterpret? Oh, okay.
Dia bimbang apa tu, orang misinterpreted lah.
Okay, so you can always use open quotation and close quotation, right? That one kan I cakap, for example, like Daniel, if you read the novel The Diary of Wimpy Kid, okay? Diary of Wimpy Kid is full of elements of sarcasm and being cynical, yeah? So I think that in order to safeguard yourself, you just use open and close quotation, yeah? So for example, like not sarcasm ni, dia in a way it has element of ambiguity. Ambiguity means that being ambiguous. So you ada berbalik pada tone tadi, ya. Yeah? Okay, contohnya awak nak perli orang kan. Cantik lah dia tu, cantik dia tu macam open. Ataupun when your mum doesn't allow you to go out. Dia nak jadi sarkastik juga. Mak, boleh tak saya nak pergi keluar? Mak kata pergilah. You rasa pergilah tu dia allow ke dia sarkastik? Dia in a way sarcastic, yeah, because pergilah kalau merasa rotan mak tu kan, itu ada element being sarcastic. So in a way, if you are writing a story, kan dia ada penerangan after that, you come up with open dialogues and then followed by perkataan apa kat situ, yeah. So use the word like jerk or maybe something yang connotes yang itu adalah sarcasm, yeah. Okay, alright.
Is it encouraged or not?
Okay, dia macam ni lah. Daniel ke siapa yang tanya tu?
Daniel, I yang tanya you. Okay. Encourage tak kalau kita guna sarcasm tu?
Dia boleh je kalau let's say kalau it ties back to the plot of the story and also communicative ability, because part 3 ni untuk pengetahuan Puan Ani juga, dia adalah CA dia. Communicative ability tu dia mesti maintain dan sustain. Kalau kata being sarcasm ataupun being sarcastic tu, elemen sarcasm tu does not really contribute to the development of your story. So why should you put that in the first place, kan? But let's say if you want to portray the character of the round character of the story, oh, by all means, you can, yeah. Okay. So kalau you rasa benda itu penting untuk membangunkan karakter watak utama, I rasa why not? Sebab you are writing a story, kan? So macam Puan Raini cakap tadi juga, okay, there is no right or wrong in essay, but you have to be careful of your purpose and your intention. What you're going to achieve at the end of the day, whether you are answering the question or not. Okay, look at the rubric of the question. Again, go back to the rubric of the question. What is expected of you? Kalau dia hanya sekadar selingan, tak payah masuk lah. Ada lagi soalan yang kedua tak tu? Rasanya soalan apa tu?
Betul, second question tu. Dio Dodo. Okay, does this also have anything to do with the writer's attitude? Like
Yes.
rude or polite? There are
Yes.
some sentences that can come off as rude to some people.
Yes. Okay, good. All right. That is a good question because you know what? Every writer has different style of conveying ideas. Some has element of being fun. Yeah. Some people they like to go straightforward. Some people just give analogy. Yeah. Okay. So it goes back to the intention of the writer. So it is connected to the slide that I'm showing you now. Okay, being positive. What do we say positive and negative tone? Okay, so I'm going to just zoom in the list of words here. Okay, so you can see in front of you here. Okay, what are the words that are considered as negative? So for example, like harsh, demanding, rude, critical, accusing, angry, pompous. Yeah. So if you compare the one on your right, yeah, the opposite of the word, yeah. So the opposite of harsh is soft, yeah. Okay. For example, like if you want to describe me, okay, you use the word she is very confident. But some people, the word confident, they will replace it with she is quite bossy ataupun she is quite adamant ataupun she is quite dominating. So the word dominating tu is very negative as compared to independent, yeah, okay, confident, yeah. Sama juga macam determined, yeah. Alright, so this one you have to be careful, yeah. Alright, register, okay. So register, ya ini yang register yang saya cakap tadi ni. Okay, when you write an email, a formal email, so the expressions vary as the one that you are sending an email to your friend. Always remember that. In terms of the word choice, in terms of the convention and how you put things, yeah. So when I teach my students, I normally say that the most formal scenario or situation that we use is something got to do with legal documents. Yeah, if you refer to legal documents, you go to your summons, yeah, or the notice given by the authority. This is considered as formal, very formal. Okay, but let's say the question asks you to write an email to your teacher. Yes, outside exam, you are very close to your teacher, but you cannot be informal. It should be formal. Always remember that. Someone who is older than you, higher position than you, it is considered as formal. Yeah, cannot be casual. Hey, teacher, can we go to your house? Or something you cannot. Okay, so you have to maintain the register and choice of words. Okay, for the sake of exam. Remember, yeah. Okay. So this one, if you want to print screen later on, because there are a lot of things that I have to share with you, so I tak nak panjang lama-lama sangat. Okay, so informal and formal, what are the differences? Okay, all right. Normally formal, full sentences, no WhatsApp, no abbreviation. Okay, IDK cannot, yeah. Okay, my students they will express IDK. What do you mean by IDK? Can someone Give me the answer. What does it mean by IDK?
I don't know.
Yes, good. See? IDK, I don't know. Okay. Last time kita cakap kalau zaman-zaman WeChat tu, zaman-zaman IRC, ASL. ASL tu apa? Age, sex, location. Yeah? Okay. So correct grammar and vocabulary, no contraction, cannot use I don't know. I don't know ke. Okay. I'm loving it pun tak boleh. Yeah? McDonald, I'm loving it, cannot. Alright. No idioms. Idioms only for part 2, part 3 okay, but not for part 1 if you are asked to write a formal email. Cannot, tak boleh. Especially email tu kan only 100 words je, so you have to limit yourself, Alright, passive voice cannot. No, dia passive voice. Sorry, dia passive voice untuk formal. Contoh you buat, okay, if you are from DLP classes or DLP schools, the report is written in passive voice because it is focusing on the doer. Pembuat dia siapa? Okay, larutan X dicampur dengan larutan Y. Okay, X solution was added into solution Y, for example. Because we are looking at the process and also the agent. That's why it is written in passive voice. Okay, so no phrasal verbs, no abbreviation, no exclamation mark. Jangan buat exclamation mark kalau you marah sekalipun. If you are writing an email to lodge a complaint pun, you jangan buat huruf besar. You jangan buat exclamation mark. No imperative. Imperative ni arahan. Ya. Ni selalulah dalam Telegram ya, pora ni kalau kita deal dengan budak-budak uni ke budak-budak sekolah, sometimes they treat us like friends ya. Dia pula macam kata, teacher buatlah sesuatu. Itu pun dikira arahan. Cannot ya. Ya. That one cannot. Teacher tolonglah saya. Tak boleh ya. Okay, informal, short sentences, light formal grammar and vocabulary. Okay, tadi Puan Rohani kata kena you need to be careful of your spelling. Okay, in English, it can be considered as sleep lah. Sleep ni kira dimaafkan lah. But then if it is repeated, and it appears again and again throughout the essay, or maybe from part 1 to part 3 sama juga mistake dia buat, dikira gross errors lah maybe, and then kita tahu dah you don't have a firm foundation in grammar and vocabulary. For example, like the word principal. Principal, P-R-I-N-C-I-P-A-L, pengetua. And then you tukarkan dia jadi P-R-I-N-C-I-P-L-E, prinsip. So it changes the entire meaning. It is considered as gross error lah. It cannot be forgiven lah. Yeah. Okay. So active voice, phrasal verb, apa semua lah. Okay, I skip ya. Alright. Okay, I'm going to go to the next set of slide. Okay, banyak because bahasa Inggeris ni dia susah sebenarnya. Yeah. That's why kita kena banyak areas yang kita kena tengok. Alright, kejap I kena present. Okay, I present on this device. Okay. Ini kalau I guna laptop atau MacBook ni memang bergema dah ni. Yeah. But this one luckily bila kita guna kita guna iPad senang saja. Alright, yang ni kita tengok balik. Alright. Okay. Yang ini. Okay. Ini beza dia. Okay. Some words, some vocabulary you can use only for writing. Some can only be used in spoken form. Okay, for example, some students ask me, can I use American expression in my writing, teacher? By all means you can, but for formal email, try to avoid. For example, like the word trash, yeah? Use like the word garbage because it's a little bit formal. For example, like taxi. Okay, you want to say that tahan taxi kan? I hail a cab, C-A-B, cab. It's quite colloquial, yeah? It's quite colloquial. But for spoken purposes, I don't see any reasons why you shouldn't. Yeah? Okay. So, okay, these are the things, element kalau you nak print screen, because this one I'm not going to share. You can print screen. Yeah? Okay, what makes a good writing? Okay. So, correct, communicative, and consistent. Okay, this is the important element in part 2 and part 3. Okay, part 1 email, very direct. students don't have problems, normally they will get 17 upon 20. Okay, but when I ask around, they have problems in part 2 and part 3, especially part 3. Part 3 whereby you need to develop and also explain, justify things that you mention or you want to put forward your ideas. Yeah. Okay, the elements of 3 is. Okay, I can bagi 3 is tu apa. Okay, yang ni aspects of vocabulary. Okay, let's say if you want to print screen, you can just print screen. Yeah. Okay, what does it mean by denotation, connotation, collocation? Okay. So, normally collocation dia ada pair. They form a perfect marriage. Ya, yeah? Bahasa Melayu pun ada kolokasi tak Kak Rani? Ada? Ada?
Ada konotasi ada. Konotasi.
Kalau
We call it
kolokasi,
konotasi.
yang
Kolokasi.
okey, contohnya kalau meneruskan kelangsungan hidup. Dia tak boleh kelangsungan perkataan mesti dengan hidup. Dia tak boleh dengan perkataan lain. Itu kolokasi. Bahasa Inggeris macam tu juga. Kan?
Sama-sama.
Alright, sama kan? Okay. So, this one, you kena pay attention because this one might not be taught directly in your classroom, ya. Okay. Ini belum lagi. Okay, for example, like the word house. I'm going back to my home, to my house. Kalau you guna perkataan house, dia adalah benda yang sangat-sangat tak memberi elemen kasih sayang lah, ya. I'm going home. Kita tak kata I'm going back to my apartment. Itu dia macam-macam dry, ya. Okay, next. Alright, semantic mapping ni yang teacher kata. Okay. Okay, semantic mapping. Tak apalah, teacher bagilah juga sikit-sikit. Semantic mapping ni, for example like untuk 20 days ni tak sempat. Teacher akan bagi shortcut kat you all, so you tunggu. Okay. Yang ni untuk form 4 boleh. Okay. Alright. The difference between semantic mapping and mind mapping. Okay. Last time, what makes it so different compared to SPM new format and the old format? The old format, you can just memorize some of the questions because it is quite predictable. Because the pattern, we were looking at the pattern. But this year, it is very hard for you to say, okay, surely it will come out like this. And then in terms of marking, in fact, teachers are still in the dark. Yeah. So dari segi mind mapping of ideas, okay, teacher, I kena masukkan 5 isi penting ke? Berapa perenggan? Okay, normally that will be the popular questions. Yeah, but you don't have to think or to come up with so many points. If you give 3 points, that will be just enough. Yeah, this one I'm talking for part 3. Yeah, okay. And then considering the fact that you have to adhere to the word limit. Okay, you cannot write up to 400s. When I went around to schools, yeah, I bumped into a very long essay. That person wrote about 400 words. So I told him, did your teacher tell you that you have to follow the instruction? So if I were to be putting yourself into a safe side, I would say that in order to safeguard yourself, at least you can only afford to exceed 20 or 30 words, not more than that. Yeah. What if the peraturan pemarkahan stating that the teacher has to calculate all those words and the first slash begins. So habislah. Yeah. So you kena be selective. That's why you need to have precise and concise vocabulary. Yeah. Okay. So this vocabulary, one word will relate to another. That's why dipanggil semantic mapping. For example, like the word flood. Just now I said flood. It goes back to the word, mesti ada air surut, mesti air naik. Ada student kata water up, water down. No. Water recede or water subsided. Okay. So, one word will connect to another idea. So, idea tu, normally you do have the ideas. It's just that you don't know how to put things in English. Yeah. So don't worry much about how many points you should include. It's just how you maintain, sustain the flow of ideas. Yeah. In the entire essay. Yeah. Okay. Ni tak nak panjang-panjang sebab kejap lagi saya nak pergi kepada unpacking yang soalan percubaan ya. Okey, yang ni
Itu
teacher.
Puan Putri,
Ya.
how to improve our vocabulary in this short time? Can you share any tips?
Okey. Siapa tanya tu?
Cikgu Rohani.
Okey.
Just on behalf.
Okey. Kalau saya gunakan apps. Saya suka gunakan apps ya. Pakai phone tu ada banyak apps. Ya, sebab tu kalau budak-budak pelajar skor A paling besar dia dah tahu dah. Ya, mesti pakai apps. Semua ada
Apps
dalam
apa tu?
apps ada banyak.
Apps apa tu?
Ada macam-macam. Okey, kalau untuk speaking kita ada cakes. Kita ada cakes ya. Okey, kalau untuk
Is it
collocation
free? Free apps or what? Free apps?
semua free, semua free. Okey. Speak ni kita ada British and also American pronunciation. So dia ada sebutan dan intonation bahasa dari segi American dan juga dialects untuk British lah. Okay. So ada juga collocation, phrasal verb, grammar because kita ni dah zaman ubiquitous learning. Yeah, when we are talking about ubiquitous learning, we are saying that the information is there and then. And that is forever there. Okay, you just log into your account, everything is there. Macam baru-baru ni, Kuantan ya, was affected by massive flood. So habis buku semua kena. So phone ada lagi. So selamat lagi kat situ. Buat latihan dekat semua jenis platform. So everything is there. Ya, yeah? Okay. So banyak
Putri, I think you should share lah all the apps that can bantu our student lah yang untuk improve their vocab tu.
Tak sempat dah ni, dia 20 hari ni. Tapi tak, you just go to Google Store tu.
Sometimes dia tak tahu kan which one is free, which one tu yang boleh help them in develop their vocabulary lah.
Kan. Okay, kalau tak pun habis-habis boleh pergi dekat worksheet ya, live worksheet pun bagus. Okay, live worksheet ni you go for listening. Kalau untuk speaking ni you memang macam mana pun you kena pergi dekat YouTube ataupun pergi pada apps yang bercakap tadilah ya, pronunciation tadilah ya. Okay, so vocabulary mesti wide, mesti adequate ya. Okay, and then you can use the 5 senses. Okay, this one is very very important. Just now someone was asking about writing a story. Bila writing a story ni, you kena ada the 5 senses. 5 panca indera. Okay, the words tu mestilah, okay, something portray element pendengaran. Okay, for example, on the screen, if you see, the apple was bright green, its skin polished and shining as it nestled in the fruit bowl. So, in a way, you are enabling the examiner to imagine, to visualize, okay, all the 5 senses. So again, it goes back to the use of vocabulary, okay? Alright, next is, okay, make sure you have a dictionary. Okay, this one is for Form 4. You still have ample time, okay, to get to know your dictionary in terms of phonetic transcription, in terms of part of speech, yeah? Alright. Okay, so ini yang kita cakap tadi, Puan Rohani ada tanya pasal tema. Okay, actually I will share with you in Telegram. If you stay put to the end, the QR code, I will share with you all those materials, thematic topic. Zaman saya SPM dulu, saya diberi oleh, saya belajar bahasa Melayu dengan cikgu Cina. Dia bagi saya 30 tajuk tema, untuk lisan, untuk lisan. Tapi saya guna juga untuk esei. Salah satu tajuk tu saya ingat saya menulis dalam ruangan untuk minda pelajar. Ya, dia ada satu sisipan dalam utusan zaman dulu. Okey, dapatlah RM60. Tulislah kan. Tulis karangan dalam bahasa Melayu. Okey. Jadi saya yang tak pandai bahasa Melayu tu lama-lama mahir. Ya. Tapi akhirnya bahasa Melayu saya dapat A2 je lah. Tak ada macam bahasa Inggeris saya. Ya. Tapi still okey. Okey, zaman dulu dapat A1 itu tu agak susah. Ya. Okey. Sama sekarang A+ tu mudah. Ya. Okay, next, some examples of thematic topic, ejaan tematik, okay. You boleh tengok dia punya themes ya. Okay, travelling. Under travelling, kita ambil crimes, peacekeeping apa semua ni, you look for this ya. Okay, nanti teacher akan ajar macam mana dapat, okay. Okay. Ni dia punya nota teacher. Teacher akan bagi ada 4 muka surat. There are 4 pages. Okay. For example, like tourist spot. Okay. Soalan for part 2. Okay. Question for part 2. Traveling. Okay. You don't have to be over ambitious. Okay. Don't have to talk about going to Japan. Yeah. Okay. You go to Malaysian punya tourist spot pun is okay. Yeah. But as long as the words that you use are apt. Yeah. Lush green jungle, away from the hustle and bustle of city life, jauh daripada hiruk pikuk kota. Yeah. Okay, scrumptious, sumptuous, these are the things. Okay. This one you can use both in speaking and writing. Always remember that. Okay. So for example, like this one. Okay. For flood, word list, heavy downpour, flood relief center. Okay. Water rose, water subsided. Impassable, stationary vehicles, flood prone area. Okay, what about landslide? Okay, rubbles, debris, water movement, evacuate. Okay, what about road accident? Collided, turn turtle, pin underneath. Okay, you can print screen. Okay.
Putri,
Yeah.
Mak Sarihin has raised hand tu. Ahmad apa tadi? Dia raise hand.
Siapa tu?
Ahmad
Saya.
Ahmad. Okay. You can ask a question now.
Saya
Okay,
nak
silakan
tanya,
Sarihin.
saya nak tanya kalau BI punya apa essay kan, dia punya macam after that, beside that tu kira satu perkataan juga ke?
Oh, okay. Itu yang linkers dan cohesive devices. Okay. Dia sama macam bahasa Melayu Alright. Okay. Look here. Sample paragraph on your screen right now. Okay. Kalau as a result tu dia kira 3 lah kan? So you have to be wise. You have to be smart. Okay. Siapa pula presenting ni Siapa pula presenting? Ada orang
Sarihin tadi.
Siapa tadi dah present?
Sarihin.
Okay, tak apa.
Dia silap tekan ya?
Okay, dia silap tekan tapi it's okay. Saya start presenting balik Okay. Alright, mana tadi? Alright, here. Is it?
Tadi ada seorang juga Chong apa tadi? Dia raise hand. Chong, any question Chong? Chong. Oh, I remember their name. His name tadi. Chong ada raise hand tadi. Somebody raise hand tadi. You can ask the question direct.
Yes.
Okay. Go on.
Yes, Chong.
Tadi dah. Chong tadi tak silap I. Dia raise hand.
Tak ada dah?
Anyway, just continue lah.
Okay. Oh, alright. Oh, dia tak boleh nak edit lah. Okay. I nak tunjuk kat you all. Okay. Dia bahasa Melayu dengan bahasa Inggeris sama je ya. Alright. Dia mesti ada simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, compound complex sentences. Okay, this is to show maturity of thoughts. Dan juga dia akan menunjukkan kebat, kemahiran untuk membuatkan comparison, justifikasi dan sebagainya. For example, if you look on your screen, it had been raining cats and dogs for almost a week, and most roads were impassable to light vehicles. As a result, so you kena ada kesinambungan di antara satu ayat dengan ayat yang lain. It is about coherent, being cohesive and being coherent. Being cohesive, it is more on linking ideas, whereby being coherent is logical in putting forward your ideas. So you janganlah bagi idea yang sangat tak logik. So treat this as something very serious because it will determine your future. Okay. As a result, villagers were evacuated and sought shelters at flood relief center. When the rain subsided, this is independent clause. Okay, it is a subordinate clause. This is a clause that cannot stand on its own. Okay, the flood waters begin to recede. The flood waters begin to recede adalah independent clause. It is a complete sentence on its own. Okay, revealing the devastation they had caused. It is a compound complex sentence actually. But this again depends on your level. Okay, only A students will produce this kind of sentence. Ini yang Puan Rani cakap tadi untuk BM. Betul Puan Rani? Kalau BM
Ya,
pun
betul.
dia mesti lebih panjang, dia ada koma, dia ada tambahan idea dalam ayat yang sama. Betul, dalam bahasa Melayu pun sama.
Ya, sama-sama.
Sama saja ya. Okey. Kalau kita tak ada variety ni, markah untuk impression tu kurang lah. Ya. So overall impression tu tak ada. Ya. Okay, mud and debris could also be seen everywhere as was the rubble from the collapsed buildings and broken roads. Okay. Alright. Hi Shazah. Zahir daripada sekolah mana Zahir? Where are you from Zahir? Okay. So this process, teacher dah cakap tadi, writing dengan speaking sama. Okay. The processes involved in generating ideas and answering questions. Okay. Read an article, read the question. Okay. So yang ni untuk yang biasa, yang ni proses untuk dapat vocab, sorry. Extract keywords, keluarkan keywords. Okay. Expand and add right sentences. Okay, ni tak payah. Teacher nak pergi pada writing essay kejap. Okay. Yang ni ada yang sikit I have some apps that you can use within these 20 days. Yeah. Okay. Because going before we go back to clinic day. Yeah. Unpacking things. Okay. So yang ini. Right. Alright. So teacher akan skip. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Ni apps. Apps untuk vocab. Okay, you pergi grab vocabulary, learn new vocabulary, different level. Okay, this one you can print screen. Yeah. Okay, teacher pergi pada dia ni. Ambil sini tu senang. Teacher share dengan dia punya icon dia. Okay, pergi you go to grab vocabulary. Okay, it has a lot of stages or levels. It also provides you with the correct answers and also marks. Okay, but you cannot skip the level before you proceed to the next one. Okay. Alright, Hemingway, Ernest, editor. This one are used to let the students to become autonomous. They need to be independent in correcting their essay. Okay, this has got to do with the cohesive and being cohesive, being coherent, avoiding lengthy sentences. Okay, ini memang dalam skor A5 besar. Yes, saya.
Ampuci, you have to sign in lah with this app.
No need. They have to install. They have to install. They can install.
All free,
Yeah, but everything is free, except for Iris. Iris is for iPhone only. Yeah. Okay, Grammarly you don't have to download. You just go to platform. Okay, Grammarly.com I have been using for umpteen years already. Berbelas-belas tahun saya dah guna. Because masa saya mengajar OUM dulu, saya kena pakai Grammarly.com and also similarity checker. Saya akan tengok sama ada student saya plagiarize essay atau tidak. Saya akan tengok di situlah. So if it makes up more than 35% of Google, so you are considered as plagiarism lah. The essay is considered as plagiarism. Yeah. Okay. Mana ya? Alright. Okay, yang ini Hemingway editor. Okay, this is Hemingway editor. Okay, saya besarkan sikit. Okay, you nampak dia ada tulis grade 8. Okay, dia akan colored code tu dia ada dia punya ni lah explanation. Okay, so this one is Hemingway. Okay, this one is tweet root. Okay, tweet root ni pergi pada Twitter hashtag. So word association to the ideas. Okay. Alright, so this one is Iris. Iris ni dia guna augmented reality. Yeah. Okay. So yang ni grab vocabulary. Ada pronunciation. Okay, you nampak ada speaker tu. Okay. So ada juga dia punya sample sentences as well. Okay. So you can ni lah. Alright, see this one is grammarly.com. Okay. For checking. Okay, you can check. Alright, word cloud. Okay, this one, you go to Google, okay, you write down COVID-19 word cloud. Print this as many as you can. Go back to the themes and topics that I gave you in the previous slide, okay, and this this image will pop up or come up. Okay, save and print it out. So these are the words that you should be using in your essay. Okay, if you want to get an A. Yeah.
Okay, Pak Putri, one more question from Daniel Hasnan.
Yeah.
Daniel Hasnan, teacher, is it a good idea to write a story in a different styles? For example, the question asked to write a story about a day I will never forget. Is it a good idea to write the story in a fantasy style? Bagus Daniel ni.
Okay, but as long
Writing.
as your plot, always remember when you write a story. Okay, let's say, are you in reality, okay, are you a good storyteller? Adakah anda seorang pelipu lara? Like me, I think that I'm not good in telling stories. That's why I don't write a story. But let's say if you can make the reader hook or just stay put till the end of your essay, why not? Yeah, it can be in in any form, including something mystical or imagination. It's up to you. But as long as you can provide a very interesting, a very strong plot, yeah, okay. But I noticed that most teachers, they discourage students from writing this partner. Yeah? Okay, so going back to clinic day, okay, I'm going to unpack the question paper. Kuantan, yeah, for Kuantan, yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm sharing you the code first. Okay. Okay, this is a QR code for materials. Okay, you can print screen and then later on you just scan. It will lead you to Telegram. Yeah, Telegram Paya Besar. Okay, not Score A Paya Besar, but SPM 2021. Yeah, Paya Besar SPM 2021. Okay, so I rasa I letak lama sikit, maybe because so people yang replay the YouTube, they can have access later on. Yeah, okay, alright. What about reading? Okay, ada orang tanya, teacher, it's very hard for me to read and understand. Okay, always remember, reading is divided into 3+1. Okay, skimming, scanning, close reading. Another one is speed reading. Okay, this one memang I use the same approach with my MUET students. Yeah, okay, MUET, it has longer text, crazy. Yeah, so you don't have enough time to answer. In fact, you can't read between the lines. Yeah, okay. So skimming, what is the difference between skimming and scanning? Okay, skimming get main ideas, not all details. Okay, fast reading. Ini yang I kata speed reading tadi. Okay, must leave out parts. Comprehension is lower. You only want to get the gist of the text. Okay, the main idea of the text. Whereas scanning, locate single fact or specific bit of information. Fast way to find info, accurate in finding info. In previous session, I did ask Puan Rohani whether is it important? Is it important for the students? No, dia nak charge phone. Okay, is it important for the students to read the entire text before answering the question? So Puan Rohani said that it depends. Yes, truly it depends on the situation. Yeah. Okay. But some, let's say, if the text has the element of flashing back or foreshadowing, okay, ada bagi clue what happens next. So you have to read between the lines. Same thing goes to listening. Listening, okay, saya ingat lagi saya kerja Hot FM dulu nak dapat RM100 voucher minyak, ya, zaman-zaman dulu. I just scan for detailed information, time, place. Masa tu dia nak jumpa dekat stesen minyak dekat Jalan Tun Sisik tu, yang toilet paling lawa tu, tak ingat apa. Alright. And another one was the kata laluan. Okay, what is the passcode for hari ini? So same thing goes to listening. Listening, other students, not you, maybe not you. In fact, for MUET students, they tend to copy down what is included in the listening text. You don't have to, because the questions are given to you. You go through the questions beforehand. Before listening to the text, you should go through all the questions so that there will be a sense of purpose of you or why you listen. Yeah. Okay. Look for the WH question. Okay. Is it asking for the number? Is it asking for the name or something like that, or reason? Okay. So as you listen, you try to answer the questions. Yeah. Okay. So this one is also applicable in reading. Yeah. Because you can't afford to spend so much time in one specific question. But let's say if you have trouble, okay, this is only for reading. Yeah. Kalau reading, let's say if you have trouble in specific question, you just skip. But for listening, you cannot, because you will only listen to the text twice. 2 kali sahaja you dengar. Okay, lepas pada tu tak ada. Tiada maaf bagimu. Okay. So yang ini I skip because Puan Rani kata kita nak almost the end of the ni. Okay, I nak pergi pada clinic day. Soalan apa tadi? Soalan percubaan ya. Trial exam. Okay. Okay, this one. Okay, yang ni I kena buat panjang kot. Kalau tak nanti you tak nampak. Taklah, kena juga. Kena dah bentuk landscape jugalah. Sorry. Alright, this is the kind of question that alright. Okay, ni nota ni. Nota ni teacher akan bagi dalam group ya. I will give this in Telegram group. In fact, I dah share pun hari ni punya nota. Ada dalam tu. You masuk, you akan nampak terus. You jangan keluar. You jangan keluar because almost until the end of the month ya. Memang I akan share from time to time bahan-bahan ya. Okay. For example, like cleanliness campaign, flood. Okay. Everything there. Ini nota ni teacher dah guna 10 tahun lebih dah. Ya. Okay, untuk dulu minta SIC interview pun benda ni pun saya bawa. Ya. Panel pun ambil nota ni. Alright. Okay, semua ni ada. Okay sayang, yang ni dah ada. Okay. This one untuk Kuantan people. Okay. For question part 2, look for the keywords. You extract the keywords under tourist spot, travelling, food paradise. Then you redo your essay and include all this vocabulary in your second essay, submit to your teacher. Let her mark and compare whether you have improved or not. Yeah? Okay, for question part 3, cleanliness campaign, 1 Malaysia, curbing indiscipline and illegal racing. You can print screen, yeah? But of course, this one is also shared via Telegram. Okay, this one for speaking. Okay, speaking, kita ni Kuantan kira okay lah sebab last time I did verify with Puan Rani whether you can choose your partner or not. So you have the luxury, you are very fortunate in a way that you have been assigned to your partner. So you can always rehearse. Yeah? You ada chemistry dengan kawan, so you kau team baik lah, orang kata. Kau team baik lah. Okay. So I'm going to skip this. I nak go through yang okay, yang ni yang speaking lah Macam mana pun you kena ada vocab lah If you don't have the vocab, you won't be able to produce sentences Okay, this one email. Okay. Yang ni I nak go through how to unpack rubric. How to how do you really take out all the keywords Okay. You receive an email. Okay. Sekejap, saya nak pilih warna merah. Okay. The weekend is finally here. Let's play a game with our classmates. What shall we do? What shall we do? Where can we go? What should we bring? Okay. So, friend. So, it should be a friendly one. So, tone tadi, casual. Kan? So, informal. So they're informal. And then you answer straight away to these 4 questions. Email. Okay. Word limit 80. So maybe another 10 or 15 will do lah, but not more than that. Okay, next one is, okay, this one, go back to 125 to 150. Not more than that, maybe 20 will do. Alright. You and your classmates have been talking about traveling. So this one is the scenario. Okay, some people, they forgot to put this in the essay. Straight away answering the questions of giving reason. Mak, nak duit mak. I selalu bagi analogi pada student. No, selalu you cakap ada bunga-bunga. Essay must have an introduction. Mak, untuk berjaya kita kena berkorban. Cikgu kata kita kena beli buku yang bagus. So, kenalah bagi duit. Itulah something like that. You jangan kata mak nak duit terus. Cannot, ya? Something like that lah analogi dia. Now your teacher has also asked you to write an essay. Where would you like to travel? Where? Okay. And then the bullet one, where do you like to go? Reasons for your choice. Who do you want to go with? Okay. So who do you want to go with ni? Companion. Who is going to be your travel companion? Okay. So normally students, they don't have this vocabulary. Okay. It can also be your friends, your schoolmate. It can also be your friends. Okay. Your relatives. Yeah. Okay. Where do you like to go? It doesn't mean that you have to choose overseas. Yeah. Okay, if you are stuck in explaining things, yeah, something which is so foreign, so you might struggle a lot, yeah, especially when it comes to not having enough vocabulary. Okay, so next one is part 3. Okay, you can either choose question 3, 4, or 5. Yeah. Okay, maintaining a safe neighborhood. Okay, neighborhood, you have to differentiate with neighbors. Okay, do not get confused. Okay, so neighbor, jiran. Neighborhood, the place where you are staying. Okay, what are the safety issues? How can you keep your neighborhood safe? Why is it important? Okay, so again, it goes back to this one lah. Okay, kejap. I nak tunjuk samples essay students I. Sekejap ya. Dia slow dah, buffering dah ni. Sebab dia nak habis ya. Okay, before that, macam mana teacher buat untuk reading? Teacher buat Okay, yang ni penting. Mungkin cikgu you tak ajar, tapi ini teacher ajar budak muat ke, cikgu-cikgu ke, teacher buat macam ni, shortcut je. For example, okay, you ada side by side kan? Okay, you have all the margin, left and right, okay? You kena buat, ingat tak, when you write an essay, you have to have introduction, you must have supporting details, you must have main ideas, ada topic sentence, thesis statement, okay, topic sentence and thesis statement. Okay, topic sentence and thesis statement I will give in the telegram. I might not have enough time. Yeah, same goes to anaphoric and cataphoric reference. Yeah, anaphoric and cataphoric reference are the clues before and after. Okay, anaphoric and cataphoric reference are very, very crucial in listening and also reading. Yeah, reading tu yang fill in the blanks tu. You need to know the cataphoric and anaphoric reference. Okay, so Malaysia is a food heaven. Look around you and you'll see Malaysians enjoying their food, whether it is nasi lemak, fried kway teow, nasi kandar. However, we also have a bad habit of throwing food away. A study conducted by the Solid Waste and Public Management Corporation revealed that as much as 3,000 tons of edible food are discarded daily. Is it positive or negative? Looking at the first paragraph, okay, you have to identify the tone of the reader. That will be negative. This is how I taught my students. Yeah? Okay, so, and then it's about waste disposal. Okay, something got to do with food. Okay, so you buat macam ni saja. So let's say kalau yang ni, you gunakan perkataan, 2-3 perkataan, you speed reading. As you speed reading, you just let yourself know that this paragraph is about what. So when you have to answer the question, you just go through this part. Okay, you don't have to reread the text. Yeah, so very clear cut. This is how I taught my students reading. Yeah, okay. Ada soalan tak? Faham tak? Ke you all buat reading sendiri-sendiri sebab dia passive skills. Bila dia receptive skills ni, you rasa macam alah, tak payahlah, sendiri mau ingat lah. Tak, ya. Dia ada speed reading, skimming, scanning. Ya. Ada soalan tak Kak? Tak ada. Semua takut dah, ke ngantuk dah, lapar dah. Memang lapar ke ni? Okay, I'm going to go through essay, sample essay. Okay, I dah print screen kat sini. Okay, on your screen ya. Alamak. Tak apa, I tunjuk dekat Telegram. I tunjuk kat Telegram ni all What is included in Telegram? Kan you all dah masuk Telegram ni I rasa. Okay, ada dah masuk. 7 orang dah masuk dah. Okay, good. Okay, so here, what I have shared with you here is, okay, describing places. Ada kan? Okay, so the highlighted words. Semua dah ada. Saya bagi. Okay.
Bagus ni.
Adjective to describe places. Okay, I dah masukkan. Okay. And then describing place. Okay. You print out, you jawab. Kalau tak nak print out, you tulis pakai digital ink. Okay. Alright. And then restaurant review. Okay. What are the skeletons? Okay, these are the framework that you should include when you write a restaurant review. Okay. I tak buatkan movie review je. Okay, yang ini use this chart below to include in your writing lah. What are the aspects that you should include when you write a restaurant review? Yeah. Okay. Ini bezanya dah. Ya. Yang kalau ada tak ada. Okay. Kita ada dalam ni topik sentence pun ada. Semua ada. So don't worry. You just baca. Dalam ni juga teacher akan bagi sample essay. Dalam ni ada tak teacher bagi sample essay? Okay, tak ada. Alright. Mana kejap. Ya, I bagi dekat kejap. Is. Kejap. Mana dah tadi kejap. Perhana. Okay, Nisa. Okay, yang ni. Okay. Dia ada sample essay macam ni sayang Okay, on your screen. Okay. Ini teacher akan masuk juga dalam Telegram ya. Okay, if you can see on your screen right now. Okay, this is the second essay. Okay, this one produced by Felda students. Semai Bakti Asrama Semai Bakti. They are from SMK Alwaka. So in this time of economic distress, so the word distress is not suitable. So I change it into in these times of economic downturn or crisis. Okay, it goes back to collocation. Okay. Alright, many people are concerned about the threat of increasing number of crime rates or crime cases. Similarly to me, is the cohesive devices. Yeah, one of the cohesive devices used. Okay. Now I want you, okay, this is you, okay. You have to go through this essay, find how many linkers are used in the essay. Cuba tengok dekat screen saya sekarang ni. Okay. From paragraph 2 to paragraph 1 until 3. How many cohesive devices are used here? Okay. Type your answers in your chat box. Okay, Kak Ani ada soalan dekat YouTube tak? Tak tengok pula.
Tak ada.
Tak ada Okay. Okay, cuba tengok ada berapa cohesive devices before we end our session. Okay.
Ambo nyanyi adik ya.
Kak Ani ada soalan dekat YouTube tak? Tak tengok pula. Tak ada 9. Okay, good. Ada berapa cohesive devices before we end our session? Apa tu? Bunyi apa echo kat mana tu?
Echo dekat telefon bunyi YouTube.
Oh, okay, alright.
Buka kat telefon.
Alright, okay, good. 9. Okay.
9, 8.
Okay. This one you need to remind yourself. Okay. In the trial SPM, okay, they tend to forget. Alah, teacher lupalah penanda wacana. BM I tak tahu macam mana. But for English memang that is the case. That was the case. Why their essay was blocked by the less number of linkers or cohesive devices. So penanda wacana tu sangat penting ya. For example, like similarly to me, recently, okay, recently because tadi ada question kata to associate what is happening in the current scenario kan. Okay, so I heard a few break-ins, okay, blah blah blah. Okay, most of my neighbors assume that the culprit did his activities clean as smooth as butter. Ini patutnya dia daylight robbery ya. Dia nak cakap dia nak gunakan idiomatic expressions atau idioms tak kena gaya. Ya? Okay. Fortunately, yes, lagi first. And then apart from that, okay, moreover, but then again, you have to be smart in choosing the use of cohesive devices because word counts. Yeah, you need to adhere to word counts. Yeah, okay. Yang ini okay lah. Okay, in a nutshell is to sum up, to conclude. Yeah, alright. So I think that's all. Any more questions? Because I rasa dah pukul 1, korang ini suruh pesan saya sampai 12.45. Sorry.
Tak
Okay.
apa.
So saya stop sharing.
Cantiklah kita stop. Cantiklah kita stop pukul 1.
Okay. So any questions before we end? Boleh tak type dalam tu, where are you from?
Boleh direct pun boleh. Just on your mic and ask a question.
Tanyalah.
Any question?
Oh, kita ada cikgu Amuta ada dalam ni. Oh, Cik Nasrul pun masih lagi setia berada di sini. Okay, apa lagi? Any questions? Before we end.
Then I said no question. Cik Nasrul nak ask question.
Tak ada, saya tengok je.
Okay. Thank you. Stay tune lagi Cik Nasrul. Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Apa ada pesanan kot Cik Nasrul sebab ada student ni maybe yang kok lepas SPM nanti apa dia punya ni peluang ke apa ke, kau nak pesan pada adik-adik SPM kita ni kan?
Okay, untuk kalau dah lepas SPM lah, kalau dah lepas SPM dia nak sambung belajar diploma ke apa kan. Diploma kalau ikut kita punya syarat untuk mohon yayasan punya pembiayaan, dia 4A ke atas.
Boleh apply 4A pun.
4A ke atas, kemudian kos yang kita tanggung semua kos kecuali medical dengan penerbangan. Sebab medical dengan penerbangan tu dia punya kos
tinggi kan?
Kita punya
Oh,
kos
that means kalau overseas pun
cover untuk diploma 30,000, 28,000 macam tu.
Kalau degree, kalau law
Degree cover 38.
bukan
38K.
B40 boleh. Kalau B40 bukan B40 boleh apply.
Boleh. Sebab kita punya kalau ikutkan tu B40 lah, tapi sekarang ni kita punya tu based on result. Kalau dia untuk degree based on result diploma lah. 2.5 ke atas.
Kalau asasi?
Asasi tak ada, kita tak ada asasi.
Tak, maksudnya kalau orang tu dia sambung daripada asasi law contoh. Ambil markah tu ke ataupun ambil yang first year degree? Maksudnya first semester degree tu. Macam mana?
Asasi dia punya tu pointer kat
Pointer.
Pointer kalau pointer untuk ke degree 2.5 lah kita punya standard.
Boleh dah tu adik-adik tu dah dengar tu bagi motivasi.
Kalau yang sedang belajar can apply. Sumbangan ihsan ke? Ada sumbangan ihsan. Sedang
pelajar yang tengah belajar, dah masuk belajar.
Third year ke fourth year ke?
Dia tak boleh tahun akhir je. Kalau degree 4 tahun kan. Tahun ketiga tu boleh apply lagi untuk last year kan.
Dia bagi untuk setahun punya lah.
Betul. Prorate lah. Maksudnya kalau dia start last year, jadi kita punya pelajar dalam kalau satu sem untuk degree kita bagi 4750. Sudah setahun tu 2 sem adalah 9,000 dapat.
Banyak tu daripada PTPN.
Lebih sikit. Kalau kita dengan PTPN kita lebih sikit. Lepas tu kita punya ni tak ada interest. tu kalau pinjam 38K untuk degree, bayar 38 lah. Tapi kalau ikutkan, kalau tengok result dia kalau 3.5 ke atas tak payah bayar lah. Convert 100%.
Oh.
Ubah macam tu.
Dia tengok result kita. Contoh kalau kita bawah 2.5, itu kena bayar full lah. Dia ada kita punya kita punya ni ikut marah, percentage.
Kalau setahun
Okay.
berapa ramai yang selalunya memohon dan biasanya senang tak nak lulus permohonan? Macam mana?
Oh, itu dari segi permohonan tu side review, side permohonan punya. Saya bahagian bayar je account.
Oh, okay.
Dari segi sorting tu tak sure macam mana.
Okay. Okeylah, jadi saya rasa sesi ataupun slot kita pada minggu ini sudah sampai ke penghujungnya. Jadi saya, Encik Syarudin pun dah ada tu.
Saya tambah sikit.
Dia ada apa nak cakap?
Okey.
Boleh.
Daripada segi yang tadilah, daripada segi pemberian ubah tu, kita bergantung kepada peruntukan sebenarnya. Kan? Jadi peruntukan tu sebenarnya dari sumbangan guru-guru juga. Kan? Yang mana ada saham tu, yang bila dia ada peruntukan tu. Jadi kalau katakan ramai yang banyak saham tu, dia banyaklah menyumbangnya. Jadi banyak yang kita boleh bagi kan. Apa ni?
Tapi masalah tak boleh tambah saham. Masalah Cik Syarudin tak boleh tambah saham.
InsyaAllah lah, kita doa aku boleh kan. Okey. Terima kasih ya.
Okey, baiklah. Saya tutuplah majlis kita pada hari ini dengan ucapan terima kasih banyak-banyak kepada pihak Yayasan Bir Rakyat segala kerjasama ya. Terima kasih kepada sekolah-sekolah yang turut serta bersama-sama dalam majlis ilmu kita pada hari ini. Semoga kerja buat ilmu kita pada hari ini memberikan manfaat yang sebaik-baiknya untuk anak-anak didik calon SPM 2021. Kita doa bersama-sama, sesungguhnya usaha itu sentiasa perlu diteruskan sehingga ketitisan darah terakhir dalam perjuangan kita. Wa ima sehari sesaat sekalipun, kadang apa yang kita lakukan mampu mengubah segala-galanya. Ingat kepada itu semua ya anak didik. Jadi cikgu doakan semua pelajar calon SPM khususnya dari daerah Kuantan bakal mendapat keputusan cemerlang dalam SPM 2021 dan sediakan diri anda untuk menghadapi peperiksaan dengan sebaik-baiknya. Okey, sebab semangat itu datang dari diri kita sendiri. Ya, jadi insyaAllah jangan lupa stay tune minggu hadapan. Kita ada lagi slot untuk subjek seterusnya, subjek penting itu subjek sejarah dan juga sains insyaAllah. Jadi pastikan anak didik dapat grab peluang keemasan ini untuk bersama-sama. Kamu dah puas dengan cikgu-cikgu sekolah, cuba share dengan cikgu-cikgu luar pula. Itu matlamat kita ya. Semoga perkongsian ini memberikan manfaat kepada kita semua. Okey, salam Kuantan, peneraju kecemerlangan pendidikan masa hadapan. Sekian, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Cik Nasrul ya. Pak Putri.
Sama. Terima kasih juga.
Ya.